exhale, cat. Do one more. And then when you're finished, come back to neutral tabletop again. Okay, when we're back to neutral tabletop, we're going to do a twist. So we'll bring our right arm up and then we'll thread it through like a needle. We will lower down towards our right shoulder and your left arm can come forward. Be careful not to push yourself beyond what feels comfortable. This is a tabletop twist. We'll push up with our left hand. We'll unwind ourselves, and then we'll bring our left hand up and through. To fold the opposite way. We'll push up on our right hand. We'll come back to neutral tabletop. From here, we're going to push our right leg back and hold it up straight. We'll bring it down to neutral tabletop, and then we'll repeat that. Bring it back down. Last time, and then we'll add on. And come back down. And this time, as you bring your right leg up, you're going to bring your left arm, your equal and opposite arm forward. So you're going to look forward, extend, and reach at the same time. Come back down and repeat. Back down, inhale up. And this time we're going to exhale, we're going to bring our knee towards our shoulder. So inhale out, exhale forward. Inhale out, exhale forward. This time, we're holding it out. If you feel comfortable, you're going to take that hand and grab that foot. Be careful not to lose your balance here. This is a good hip extender stretch. We'll release it, stretch out, and come back to neutral tabletop. I'm gonna relax here for a second, unwind, and then we're gonna take the opposite side. We'll start with just the leg out, so left leg straight up and out back. Come back to neutral tabletop, extend it out and back. One more, extend it straight out. Come back to neutral tabletop. This time we'll add the arm. Back to neutral, and extend it out. Back to neutral and out. This time we're going to pull towards our elbow. So our leg comes in, we tighten the core, exhale out. In and out. Last one, in, extend out. And when you're ready, if you feel up for it, you'll grab that foot and stretch out the hip. Come back to neutral tabletop. And we'll slide back into child's pose here and relax for a second. Take a couple breaths if you like to grab a drink of water before we go into our next. We're going to come back up into neutral tabletop. And this time we're going to go into a couple planks. So you have the option to be down on your forearms with your feet back, or even at a knee plank. So whatever feels comfortable. You can be on your knee and your elbows, or you can be on your toes and your forearms, or if you want to do a high plank, you push all the way up. So whatever comfort level you have tonight. From this position, we're going to roll to the right side. And you can have a knee down as you do this also. Your arm could be up, or it could be down towards your body, wherever you feel comfortable. Come back to center, whatever pose you were doing here, whether it was down or up. And then we'll roll to the left. And we'll come back to center. We'll hold it here. And then we'll lower it down. From here, we're going to push up and push back into downward facing dog. So your knees will come up, your toes are curled under, your hands are forward. You're looking back toward your feet. You look forward toward your hands and you walk or hop forward, facing down, and then we inhale up. Standing up, we'll take our hands up and we're going to bend to the right side. And come back to center, and we bend to the left. Come back to center. We'll do a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, looking forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last one at your own pace. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to add a little bit more here. So we'll inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And we're going to bring our right hand up as we twist. Bring it back down. Bring our left up as we twist. Come back down to forward fold. We'll hang here for a second. We'll bring our hands up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll step forward into plank. And then we're going to lower it down into our first vinyasa. So we slowly lower it down to our belly, camel up, cobra up, and then we push back into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take our right foot up, our leg, and pull it through for a low lunge. With our low lunge, our hands can be framing that front foot. They can be on your knee, or they can be up as in a warrior pose, wherever you feel comfortable. Bring our hands down to frame our foot. We're going to let our foot slide forward so we have a straight leg. We'll do a half split here. And we'll just stretch it out. Come back to low lunge. We'll stretch it out again into half split. We're feeling equal and opposite movements here. Come back to low lunge. Last time. Half split. We come back to our low lunge. And this time we're going to roll that back foot under, the toes under, and push up. If you feel comfortable and stable, we're coming up into crescent lunge here. And the more forward you bring that back foot to the front foot, the more stable you're going to be. So adjust as you need. We'll straighten that front leg. We'll lean forward for a tense leg stretch. Come back up into crescent. And we'll lean forward. Last time, up into crescent. So our front leg is lunged. The pelvic is forward. Our hands are up by our side. Both feet are forward. We straighten that front leg and we lean over it for an intense leg stretch. From here, you're framing that front leg. You'll step the back leg forward and forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we were working with our right leg. So we're going to take our hands and bring our right knee up and just hold it in place here. I'm going to do a little bit of balance tonight. When you're doing balances, it helps to look a couple feet in front of you and stare at the ground to focus your mind, to help you stay still. We'll bring it down, do a forward fold. We'll step back into plank and we'll go through our vinyasa. Come up into cobra or up dog, push back into downward facing dog. And this time we're going to bring our left leg up and through for low lunge. So we'll let that back knee come back to the ground. The top of our foot is facing down in the back. Our hands can be framing either side of our front foot, on our knee, or up. I'm going to stretch out that front leg and straighten it as we bend over it for half split. And come back into low lunge, whatever version you were doing. we stretch it out for half split. These are exercises that you will fold further into with time. It takes practice to get there. Come back to low lunge. We're doing half split. We're going to push that back foot under as you roll your toes up, and then we'll step forward into forward fold. We'll come up, hands to heart center, hands up, down. We're going to step back into high crescent lunge. If you feel comfortable with this one, straighten that front leg. We'll bend over it for intense leg stretch. Remember, you can pop that back foot forward to become more stable. Come back up to crescent. We lunge down as we come into crescent, and then we straighten it for intense leg and over. Last one, up into crescent. And straight and over for intense leg stretch. We're going to pop our back foot up. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to raise our left knee as we balance on our right leg. Place it down. We're going to turn to the side of our mat. We're going to stretch out for a wide-legged fold. So we're just going to bend over wherever you feel comfortable. We'll slowly come back up. We're going to turn our legs forward and step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll step back into plank. We'll go through our vinyasa. So we'll come up into cobra or up dog and push back into downward facing dog. Again, we're going to bring our right foot up, our leg up and through, this time for warrior one. So our front foot will be facing forward, our front leg will be lunged, our back foot is at a 45 degree, our pelvic is facing forward, and our hands are up to the side. Our gaze is toward the ceiling. We're a strong warrior. We're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to let our front hand or right hand bend down as our back comes up for triangle. Our front hand can be on the ground, on a block is always nice if you have one, or on your leg, but you don't want to put too much pressure on your leg and especially not on your knee. We'll come back up into warrior one, and then we're going to rotate it. So we're going to stay in that lunge, but we're going to turn to the side, front hand forward, back hand back. We're looking over our front hand for warrior two. We're going to rotate our back foot forward. We're going to frame our front foot. We'll step back in for plank. We'll lower it down and go through our vinyasa. Push up into downward facing dog. And this time we're going to bring our left foot up and through for warrior one. So again, our front leg is lunged forward. Front foot is facing forward. Our back foot's at a 45. Our body is facing forward. And our hands are up to the side. Our gaze is up. Okay, we're going to straighten that front leg. Rotate the front arm down along the leg, our back arm up. So we face to the side for triangle. Come back up to warrior one. Come back to that lunging position. Once we get there, we're going to rotate the front arm forward, the back arm back. We're going to look over the front fingertips for warrior two. Your body is going to be facing the side wall. I'm going to rotate that back foot forward. I'm going to frame the front foot. We're going to step back and plank and go through your vinyasa. Push back into downward facing dog. We'll step forward for forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to steady ourselves here, and then we're going to bring our right foot up for tree. So your foot can be down here, it can be up here, or it can be up here, wherever you feel comfortable. But you don't want to put a lot of force on your knees. So even if it's sitting to the edge of that, you don't want to put force into your knees. So wherever you feel comfortable, your hands can be at heart center, or you can bring them up for branches. Bring our hands to heart center as we release that leg. I'm going to step it out here. We'll do a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to take our left leg and bring it up this time for tree. We'll do the opposite side. Usually one side's easier than the other, so we have a stronger side usually. And again, our hands can stay at heart center or up for branches. Bring our hands to heart center as we release that leg. We're going to stretch it out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, we'll turn towards the opposite way. We'll step a wide stance. We'll clasp our hands behind our back, and we'll do a forward fold with wide leg. Come back up, release our hands, step our feet together, we'll turn towards the front. Exhale, forward fold. We'll step back into plank, and we'll go through our vinyasa. On cobra or up dog, we'll push back into downward facing dog. This time we're going to look forward. We're going to step or hop forward. And as we come up, we're going to sit down into chair. So our toes can be touching, our heels apart, or you can have your feet apart wherever you feel comfortable. And you're sitting down like you're in a chair with your legs bent, wherever you feel comfortable tonight. Ideally, your back is straight and you're imagining like a string is pulling from the top of your crown all the way down to your pelvic. Bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to do a twist to the right. So we're going to take that left elbow outside of our right knee. You have the option to extend your hand and open it up. If you open it up, come back to hands together, come back to center, and we'll twist the opposite way. Again, if you want to open it up, please do. Bring our hands back together. We'll come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more balance to end it up. We're going to do eagle. So we're going to take our right foot and we're going to cross it over our left. So we'll bring the right leg up, we'll cross it around, and then we take our right arm under, wrap it around. So our hands are together, our palms are together, and we sit so that we're in like a chair-like position. Come back up and unwind. Stretch it out a second and get ready for the opposite side. So now we're going to take the opposite leg and wrap it around. And we'll take our opposite arm and take it under. So our left arm comes under, our palms come together, and we sit down for eagle. We'll stretch it out. We're going to sit down on our mat. We'll finish it up with some stretches here. So we're going to take our right leg in, the bottom of our foot into the inner thigh as our left leg goes out. We're going to lean forward for Jani Sarasana. We'll let ourselves start to slow down after the hard work you put in. Start to listen to your breath again. We're going to sit up. We're going to take that right leg and we'll cross it over our left elbow to the right knee as we do a slight bend backwards and we look over our right shoulder. We'll come back to center. We'll unwind. You can grab a drink of water if you want here. We're going to go into bound angles. So we're going to put our feet together and then we're going to lean forward if you feel comfortable doing that, or you could stay sitting up. We don't want to force our knees down. Usually depends on the tightness of your hips and it just will relax over time. Something that you work at. Bring our knees back up. And this time we're going to take our right foot out and our left foot faced into the thigh for the opposite side as we lean forward for Jani Sarasana. We'll sit up and we'll take that leg, the left leg over the right. We'll twist the opposite way wherever we feel comfortable, looking over our left shoulder. For a spinal twist. And come back to center. We'll put both legs out in front of us and we'll lean forward for staff pose. We'll sit back up. We'll bring our knees up. We're going to bring our legs forward. You can be bent knees like this or straight. We're going to do boat pose. So our hands to our side. We're holding our core tight as we're leaning back. And as you're ready, you're going to lower yourself back down slow as possible till you're on the mat. As we lay down on the mat, we're going to put our hands down by our sides, our palms face down. We'll bring our knees together, our feet in towards our glutes. And we're going to push up. We're going to rotate our pelvic under as we push up into bridge. Relax it back down. We'll push up strong one more time. If you guys have wheel in your practice, please feel free. So our shoulders are rolling in, pelvis up. Come back down. We're going to take our right leg and cross it over our left. And then we'll bring that left leg up for reclining pigeon. Bring it down. Take our right leg and uncross it. Now we'll take our left leg over. We'll do reclining pigeon on the opposite side. Bring it down. We'll unfold our legs. Our knees are still bent. We'll let our knees fall to the right side. Our hands are out to the side and you're looking over your left hand. We'll let your knees fall to the left side as we flip our head and look over the right. Come back to center, bring your knees up. And we could end up with happy baby here, where your legs are up, you're grabbing the outside of your feet on your back. You can do a shoulder stand, any inversion that feels good to you to finish up your practice. And if you feel like there's another pose you want to do, please do it now. When you feel comfortable, we're going to come down into Shavasana. So we're going to lower our legs out in front of us. Our feet are going to splay to the side. We'll lay down on our back. Our arms are down by our side with our palms facing up, and we have our eyes closed into Shavasana. We'll let our breath slow down here again. This is considered corpse pose or the reawakening. We'll slowly start to wiggle our toes and our fingers to wake ourselves back up. If you like, you can roll your body to one side as you roll into a ball. We'll take our time coming back up to sitting. Bring our hands to heart center and close your eyes if you feel like it or have them open. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.